A very good morning, Sheila. Good morning, Vasanta.
Morning.
Good morning, Subodh.
Good morning, sir.
मॉर्निंग नूतन आइयो आप मेरे को सर बोलेंगे तो फिर कैसे काम चलेगा फिर जो है
Okay,
वो
good morning, friend. So you can see how many times I've attended this class. So unless
हाँ
until
जी।
I become as expert as you are, I'm not
हाँ।
going to leave it.
नहीं नहीं ये कोई देखिए एक्सपर्टीज मतलब like I say with software or technology the more you explore the better
Yeah.
it is and
Yeah.
especially these softwares and all they are all web based तो कहीं कुछ
Correct.
नुकसान तो है नहीं you don't lose anything and
बिल्कुल.
especially with softwares what you need to do is you need to understand their functioning कि क्या होता है किस function में क्या होता है.
Correct.
That's what we need to understand. And Zoom being a very popular platform, especially for all video conferencing and meetings and तो इसके बारे में जानकारी हो तो ज्यादा ठीक है. अगर दूसरे प्लेटफॉर्म्स भी हैं इस महीने में वो भी कवर करूंगा. I'll be covering Microsoft Teams, which is again something very similar to Zoom. As well as Google Meet भी cover करूंगा. Google Meet थोड़ा छोटा है लेकिन Microsoft Teams is quite quite a good this thing software. So we'll be covering all that. आस्ते आस्ते आप सब expert हो जाएंगे चिंता मत कीजिए. अब so morning Chandra, morning Raghunath.
Good morning. Raju ji.
Morning Usha ji, morning
Good morning.
Harshita, morning Ravi. How you? तब आधा हफ्ता खत्म हो गया. अब टेंशन ये लग गई है कि कल और परसों के बाद 2 दिन कैसे बीतेंगे जब घर वालों से मिलेंगे नहीं जब. So because those are tough days, to literally pass through. Because so today let's कितना टाइम हो गया हो गया होगा. Yes, और 1 मिनट में हम शुरू करते हैं. We will start with the session itself. Again, for those who are first time joinees, I am multilingual. मैं अंग्रेजी और हिंदी दोनों में बात कर सकता हूँ. तो अगर कोई चीज नहीं समझ में आए तो you can ask me to translate. Okay. Of course, this is not an exclusive session. I do give exclusive sessions in Hindi also, but this is not an exclusive session. So, but nevertheless, you can ask me. And today, today we will be covering the basic functions of Zoom. There is no point in asking कि आप Zoom use करते हैं कि नहीं, whether you're using Zoom or not, because if it were not, then we would not have connected. Okay, so I move over into the next question. There is on which device do you use Zoom? Is it on a handphone, on a device, or is it on a computer? Because that will make me, and that will make it easy for me to, to connect with everybody. Because I have both, I will be joining the session through both the computer as well as through the Android device itself. So I can literally, tell you as to which functions, are there. Okay, Nutan ji says it's from both. She uses them from both of them. On the other hand, I have Ravindra Pratap ji who says it's from phone. Ravi also says it's from phone. Good.
I use both. I use both.
Chandra uses both of them. Great. What I will be doing is, of course, this is just the beginning. I mean, we are just covering the basics of joining the meeting. So, in the beginning itself, what I would suggest is, not suggest, it is my just my opinion as such, that yes, there is no doubt that okay, Vasantha says from phone and tablet. Meena says that she uses from the desktop. Oh, good. I have a friend in Meena. She uses the desktop. I always use the desktop until and unless it's not possible to carry it around. I always use the desktop. One of the advantages of using the desktop is, number one, because of the larger screen. And number two, if during the screen itself, if people are sharing, when we go into the screen sharing mode, of course, on the device, it's a smart screen, so you can, pinch in, pinch out, zoom. But then that is an additional function that you do while watching from, from a hand device. And of course, on the screen, on the larger screen, all the controls, they come down. They come. There is a control tab through which you can easily navigate through the control. Through those tabs, you can easily navigate all the functions of Zoom itself. Okay, now, this session cannot be done live because we are already using Zoom as the platform, so I cannot do a live session. I will be sharing, I will be sharing a presentation. I have two presentations there. One is on the computer, and the second, yes, Chandra, you want to say something?
Yeah, though I'm using the Zoom, I don't know how to start a meeting and all that. So will you be explaining to us how to go about it?
Yes, I will be going, I'll be starting from there itself. Okay. For the Android, I'm already logged in. I can do the live from the Android, but I cannot, I cannot take you through the functions itself. So one of the things, just the second, or rather the third question of the day is, how many of us have a Zoom account? How many of us have a Zoom account?
That means Zoom is installed. Does that mean that?
No, it means that you create an email ID. Similarly, you create a Zoom account. So do you have a Zoom?
I have.
Okay.
I have.
Nutanji says,
have a Zoom account.
Sorry?
I don't have a Zoom account.
Okay, Meenaji, we'll guide you through the process. We will start right from the beginning for the benefit of those who do not have a Zoom account. One of the thanks, Vasantha, for confirming that you have an account. One of the the major benefits of Zoom as such is a platform which you can access through the web or through the app. That's number one. That's how most of us who do not have a Zoom account have joined the meeting. Okay. But the restriction, that is all that you can do. If you do not have a Zoom account, you can only join meetings. You cannot host meetings. Okay. And that is the basic difference. And further, when you host meetings, under the free plan, Zoom is a free account. Under the free plan, there are certain restrictions. Okay. When you move over, then you need to go into the paid account. Okay. The paid services. And for the paid services, but naturally, you need an account. Okay. So that is because, if you don't have an account, then how will Zoom be able to identify? I mean, it's a platform. There are thousands and thousands of users. How will they identify? So you need to create an account. First thing, if you are hosting a meeting. The second thing is what I would say is, it's free. The basic functions you can access for free. So there is no harm in creating a Zoom account. You do not pay anything. It is free. Number two, if you have a Zoom account, the basic functions which I will be taking you through, you would be able to really feel those on the system itself. Okay. So now with that, I will be, and this session is majorly, it majorly covers how to join Zoom meetings. Okay. But at the same time, I will be starting right from the very beginning as to how do you create a Zoom account. For that, just allow me to share my screen. It's a PowerPoint presentation. Today, of course, like I said, we will not be going live. Now, this is the screen that you're seeing. The symbol that is there is, of course, the Zoom account, the Zoom symbol. This something like a projector, blue thing, that is wherever you see that is a Zoom, that is the Zoom symbol as such. Moving over next, of course, this is, the basics that we will be doing. We will be checking all these things. And time permitting, we will do the fifth one, because that takes a little bit of time, how to use virtual backgrounds. The rest we will be covering in the session itself. One of the first things, if you do not have a Zoom account, on the web browser, go on to just type www.zoom.us. Okay. And you will be taken to the Zoom website. Okay. From the website, there is an option, that you get there, that, either you sign up or you sign in. Okay. One of the things that I would always suggest, since this is a long-term thing, you are creating an account, use your existing email ID. Do not create an email ID specifically for joining Zoom or creating the Zoom account. And at the same time, of course, there are three other options that you have right now, in the sense that what you can do is you can log in with your the website is www.zoom.us. Okay, that's the site. Now you have three options here, as you can see. One is sign in with SSO. This is not required for individuals, because this is a business kind of a thing. If you're running a business or something of that sort, then that is what is required. You can also sign in with your Google account, but that again will take your email ID. Okay, and your Google profile will be shared with Zoom. Similarly with Facebook. Now, when you get this window, it will say sign in, but at the same time, on the right hand side, if you can see on the right hand side of this white picture, there is sign up for free. Okay, you can click on the sign up for free, and from here it will ask you for ask you about your email ID, confirming other details that you have. Once you do that, your account is created. It's a self-explanatory, very user-friendly thing. And it does not, now since this is on the computer itself, it does not ask you for any, it asks you when you're on your Android, and if you're creating it, it will ask you for access to microphone, access to the camera, access to, the speaker. You have to allow that, otherwise, you cannot function on Zoom itself. Now, this was about, this was the basic thing about creating your account. It's user-friendly. Just go into it, create your account. And once your account is created, of course, you have a password. Remember your password. And next time when you need to log in, just sign in from here and, enter your email, and your password and sign in straight. Okay. Now, the second, the second thing that happens when you create your account, you get the link. Sorry, that we send you. So we'll come to that. The link that we send to you on WhatsApp, through which most of the family members might have joined. One of the things is that it is a direct link. If you have joined through the link, the WhatsApp, from the WhatsApp itself, it's a direct link. It takes you through to the meeting itself. Now, when you click on that link, it will give you a screen which is something like this. Okay. Now, when you kind of, if the Zoom meeting has not started, until the meeting has started, and based on certain settings, you will not be able to join the meeting as such. The host has to give you the permission. That's how we on this platform function. Even if you log in earlier, and you hit that click, and if you hit that link, you will not be given permission to come into the meeting room until and unless the host allows you. So this is a feature which is there in Zoom. We will go through that later on. So once you are there, and this host has not let you in, what you could do from here, from this same screen, is test your computer audios, okay, or test your device audios. Always advised, because it's technology. Anything could go wrong anywhere at any time without giving any signals. Once you hit on, while waiting, once you hit on, the test computer audio, this is the screen that you will get on your laptop. Okay. And here it is direct, onto the audio. You can check the speaker levels, of course, adjust their volume. At the same time, you can check their microphone settings. And one of the things that, I would always say is here, suppress background noises, make it auto in the setting, because although we might not be speaking, but there could be some noises in the background which are beyond our control. Beyond our control in the sense, if our place is located near a busy road, then all the traffic noises may come in, and so on and so forth, which of course we are not creating. We do not have any control over it. But then they disturb the flow of the program. So best is to adjust, automatically adjust microphone volume and suppress background noise. Keep it at auto. If there is any noise, it will be suppressed from there itself. Now, once you've done, once the host has let you in, probably this is the kind of screen that you get on on your computer, if you are using a computer. Now here, to begin with, you see the tab, the bottom tab is the taskbar. Now all these functions you might be seeing on your computer, except for the record function. Okay. And even if you are seeing that, it would not be, an auto record. You would not be able to record that. Because that is a function that we as a host reserve. And in the next session that we do, this is the basic, and the second level that we do, we show you how to do the recording itself. Now, from this screen itself, from the taskbar itself, the first one is, as you see, the mic. Okay. Now, you can mute your mic from here, and at the same time, unmute your mic from here. If you're on a computer, you'll have to do it with the mouse or, from the keyboard. If you are not on the computer, you will have to do it from if you're on a smartphone, you'll have to do it from, from the screen using, there is a window which comes up. The first window is tap, and that you need to tap. The second here, and now right now, when the screen was, when the screenshot was taken, the mic was open. If it were closed, if it was unmuted, if it was muted, this red line that you see across would have come up. Okay. Functions are not visible. Raviji, my taskbar should be visible. Are you on a hand device?
Yes, I'm on hand device.
I would suggest just pinch in, make the screen smaller. Make the screen smaller, and it will come towards, all the functions will come up towards
yes,
the end.
now they are coming. Yes.
Yes.
Thank you.
Welcome.
I'm now
Welcome.
holding it vertically. They are coming.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. And if you are one of the things, if you are watching, if you are using Zoom on Android, and especially to participate in a meeting, make it auto rotate in the settings. Make it auto rotate so that when your phone is flat, I would call it the length of the phone is parallel to the ground, then the screen is more bigger, and whatever is being shared occupies a larger space there. So instead of keeping it vertical, just put it like this, horizontal, so that we get a bigger screen area, and especially for during the screen sharing option. Now, of course, this was the mute. Then, next to it is the video. Right now, the video is switched off, as we can see on the screen. If I, if this were on, this would be away. Then you have the security functions. Okay. Now, the security functions mean a lot in the sense that when you are in the security functions, there are various controls over there, okay, which you can exercise as a host itself. Now, for the security functions, what we need to do is, let me kind of go off stop sharing, and I will let you know what the security functions are. Number one, what you can do from here is we can lock the meeting. When I say lock the meeting, literally means nobody else can join in. That is the first thing. Number two is enable waiting room. Now, enable waiting room is, what we enable this when we are doing the preparations. Like, for example, I've just logged on to the platform, and, but this is again a host who does that. He locks the waiting room in the sense that anybody who comes in will not join the platform directly. It's a kind of a waiting room where he sits. They've used the term from the railway stations, वहां भी वेटिंग रूम होता है, वो ट्रेन से पहले पहुंच गए तो जब तक ट्रेन आएगी तो क्या करें, वेटिंग रूम में बैठे. So they use that. What else we could do is, as a host, you can hide the profile pictures. मैंने जिसकी भी profile picture है मैं उसको hide कर सकता हूँ. And all the participant controls are in security, in the sense share screen, chat, apne aap ko, for allowing participants to rename themselves or unmute themselves and start video. This is all there in the security feature, in that screen, that shield kind of a thing that you're seeing at the bottom of the bar. Okay. At the maximum that the highest powers of the host are here, in the sense that I can remove a participant from here if somebody is doing some mischief or not listening to the is unnecessarily causing a disturbance. I can remove the participant as a host, and at the same time, if things go really bad, if they go really bad, that's the ultimate veto of the host, is to suspend all participant activities. Everything closes down, all cameras, all phones, all microphone, all chat, everything is suspended. I just hope that both these veto powers you never use. These are not very good things to use. Function, yes, it will not be. The security you have. If you are on your laptop, there is a security shield there. You have to go into that. Okay, so now post that, I again, start sharing my screen. Now that was all these functions are under security. Okay, this security shield that is there at the bottom that you're seeing. The next, is the participants control. Okay, now in the participants control, what happens? What as a host, or when you join a meeting, all the participants that are there, and sorry, this has opened up the chat thing, not a problem. All the participants that are there, they will show up, okay, in the when you're in the meeting. Like for example, any of the family members who are using a laptop, if they tap on participants, they would be seeing the entire list, as to how many participants are there currently on this session itself. From the participants, what you can do from on the platform, you will come to know the number of people that are there from the participants. And at the same time, if you are joining a meeting, you will also come to know who is the host, and at the same time, who is the co-host of the meeting. Host and co-host, both of them, they control the meeting. Okay, control the meeting in the sense that they have the powers to regulate. They have the controls. They have the literally call it powers in this world to change the meeting, do things like that. So complete, like I said, chat, this, that, enable all those things. And at the same time, what they can do is, there are functions which are available in the participants tab also. For example, if you are using a laptop, anybody using a laptop, once he goes over to the participants list, and you click on the participant's name, as a host, what I can do is, as a host, I can rename the participant from there itself. For example, if Nutanji tells me that, I just want to be known as Nutan, can you remove the family name? I would just, go there, do a rename, and it would appear as only Nutan. So these are, the things that you can do from the participants list itself. The other option that comes up next to that is chat. Now that is the screen that you're seeing here, the chat function. In the chat function, again, as a host.
Excuse me, sir.
Hanji Nutan.
Sir, within these participants, you can hide the list also of participants.
Yes.
As well, you can then when you read chat, you can disable chat as well, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay, so how do we hide participants list?
How do we hide participants list? Just click on that. When the participant comes up, if the list is full broad, now it will come up in a similar way like this. This is the chat screen that is up on the thing. There's this corner, you can just hit this drop down that is there, and it will come down.
Okay, fine.
Okay, so now in the chat function, as a host, I have enabled everyone to chat. Okay, As a host, what you could do is you could control the chat function that nobody can chat. They can chat only with the host, or they can chat with everybody, okay, with all the participants. Now, when you are in the chat box, what you need to do is, if you want to chat with a particular person, the first default it shows is everyone. The second is when you tap on that, the drop down there, from that drop down, it comes that, the names of the participants come. You can select that particular name with whom you want to, chat with, and send a message. That name will come up in place of, where everyone is right now. That name will come up. And when that name comes up, you type your message and you send it. It goes only to that person. It does not go to anybody else. So this is again a point which, you should be, especially new users need to be aware of, because what happens is, there are times, say, for example, Meena sends a direct message to Nutan, and there is, a message comes up in the chat that, Meena has sent a message. Now, the auto default reply will pick up Meena's name. So if Nutan types a message, it will be, the default will be, going to Meena. Whereas you should always, if you are, if it's just an acknowledgement, and if you want to send a message to somebody else, please see whose name is there. I mean, with whom you are chatting. If it's for everyone, if you're sending a message to everyone, that's fine. If you want to send it to personally, then you need to check. And even after receiving a message, when you are replying, please check as to whom you are sending the message to. Okay. Now, in the chat section, there is another thing that you can do. That is, you can send files. Okay. You can always send files. There are certain limitations there, but even during this session, if I need to send a file to you, I can, to all the participants, I can send a file. And that again, it works like a semi-email. I can send it to individuals also. I can send it to everyone also. Okay, now that is the file option that you can see on the screen, in the, where you type the message. The next section there is for the thing. Now, another thing.
Raju, may I ask one question from chat?
Yes.
When we open participants, we see some camera or some speaker in red shape, and somewhere they are in black, and somewhere it is cut with a crossed line. What is that indication?
See, somewhere where it is cut with a cross means that individual is not on camera. He has switched off his camera. Okay. Where it is black means those people are on camera.
Okay.
And the one that you would be seeing right next to my name as a host, you would be seeing something like a cloud, a green kind of a thing.
Okay. Yes.
That is because I'm sharing screen. So whoever is sharing screen, that symbol will come up next to that individual.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Welcome. Okay. So next, when you are in a meeting, if you need to invite participants, you just organized a meeting and you need to invite participants. If it's a scheduled meeting, it's a different thing. If you have not scheduled the meeting and you want to invite them instantly. So what we do is we go into the participants, okay? And next to the participants, there is an upward arrow, okay? We hit that upward arrow, and from that upward arrow, we get the option of invite, okay? From all this I'm talking from the laptop. Right? Now, when we go on to, invite, it gives us two options. All the contacts that are there, within my Zoom, it will come up, or, by email. It's a very good way to invite people by mail. When you hit on by mail, it will, your system, the system will pick up all the mails that are configured to on the system itself. In my case, of course, I have a default, I have a Gmail and a Yahoo Mail. So it shows me all, the mails, mailboxes that I have. From the mailboxes, what we do is we select which mailbox. Now I select Gmail. If I select Gmail, it will open up my Gmail ID, my default Gmail ID. And from there, what it will do, it will already, compose the mail itself. Now, coming back to, this screen itself, the mail options, you also have the option of copying the invite link in case you want to send it to somebody by WhatsApp or by any messaging options. You can do this. At the same time, you can copy the entire invitation. Now, what the invitation would look like, we will go into details in the third, in the next slide. So this is by email. Once you hit the copy link, if you are sending the link, it will tell you that the invite link has been copied. We move further, when we hit the, mail. Now, this is the entire invite. Okay. This is the entire invite. The link is there. All that I need to do is just put in the email ID, okay, as to whom I want to invite. Now, since I'm using Google account, I have all the email IDs fed in there. I just need to put in their, initials, and it will take the rest up. Now, when you copy the link, only this link where it states join Zoom meeting HTTPS, that is the only portion which will be copied. Okay. Yes. Invite by host only. That's right. So this is copied. And when you're sending an invitation, then this entire text, that is the invitation. Here we are sending the invitation by mail, so it goes off automatically. You do not need to type anything. You do not need to do anything. It goes off straight. Now, of course, the other thing, from the participants, this screen was here. Yeah, this is what Raviji was asking as to what is this red and what is this mic. Now, mic, everybody's mic is muted. I think most of us are muted, so it will be black. It'll have that cross there. Those mics which are not muted, you will find it, in the black. Yes, Nutanji.
Yeah, sir, this Mr. Raju, the link when you copied, so
yes.
When I'm sending it through the mail, so the moment I paste the link there, the invite comes on its own, or I copy the invite and that comes here, and that invite also computer makes because of what I filled in for the scheduling, the complete schedule. So that becomes an invite automatically, or do I type everything?
No, if supposing you are hosting a meeting and you are sending invites by email, okay?
Yes.
As soon as you say email, the moment you say email, a drafted email comes up. This drafted message, this comes up, everything on its own. You don't need to type anything. All that you need to type is just the email address. Yeah.
Okay. And it can go to the group of people also. I mean, I can go on typing the email addresses. Okay.
Yes. Yes.
Thank you. Thank you.
Welcome.
Sir, one question is there. Sir, individually, how can the invite? Individually, participant, how can invite?
ये individual participants जैसे by mail है, तो आप एक ही आदमी का मेल आईडी लिखिए और उसको सेंड कर दीजिए, वो चला जाएगा। उसके अलावा आप अगर वो उसका लिंक कॉपी करके आप व्हाट्सएप से अगर भेजना चाहती हैं, तो व्हाट्सएप मैसेज पे आप उसको पेस्ट करके भेज दीजिए। अगर आप एसएमएस से भेजना चाहती हैं, तो एसएमएस में उसको पेस्ट करके भेज दीजिए। सारे तीनों तरीके इंडिविजुअल भी हैं, कलेक्टिव भी हैं जो है।
सर मैं कुछ ऐड करूं इसमें?
हाँ जी,
मैं जो करता हूं, मैं अपना एक्सपीरियंस शेयर करना चाहता हूं।
बिल्कुल।
I have been conducting meetings on mobile phone, and
हाँ,
in the top there is some arrow, and when I just press that, I get the link, whole link, and I
yes,
just take the screenshot and send the screenshot by WhatsApp or by email.
हाँ, that's also a good way.
That I
The
feel very
only
convenient.
Yeah, that Ravi ji, from your point of view, see, the thing is, again, this is convenience from your point of view. But at the other hand, if we look at the convenience from the user point of view, if the link is there, if you have pasted the link, it is a hyperlink. उसको क्लिक करो तो आपको सीधी मीटिंग पे ले जाता है। ऐसे जब वो स्क्रीनशॉट आता है ना, so the individual has to literally type the number there.
I feel that that is also hyperlinked, because no one has
Okay.
told me that it is not hyperlinked.
Okay. वैसे screenshot normally is not hyperlinked. I will try that out. That's a very
Okay,
good.
next time I will ask them.
Okay. Just let me make a note of this. Is a very good point you brought out. Screenshot hyperlink. Okay. I've made a note of that and I will check on this. Yes, Subi, you want to say something? Subi, you raised your hand. Do you want to say something? Okay. I think must have been an error there. No, not a problem. Thanks, Ravi. I really appreciate that sharing that information. I'll check on that, and that will also help other family members also, next, of course, this was again, the mail and the participant controls. I mean, from the participant controls, what you can do is, as a host, you can mute everybody. Okay, that's what I do. Whenever I say that I'm muting everybody, this is the place that I click to mute everybody from here. And of course, the rest of the security controls also, the chat options, the other, participant management options, they also come up from these three dots that are there on the right hand side. Now, yes, this is, the three dots. When you hit on them, it will basically, it gives you the options from there that you can ask everybody to mute. You can mute participants on entry, in the sense it will not make that sound. They can unmute themselves, which I always allow because, it's an interactive session. Play sound when someone joins or leaves. I don't want that because it creates a disturbance. So, we don't do that. And enable waiting room, of course, at the beginning, yes. But once the meeting is open, I just leave it open itself. And lock meeting, I never do because this is, again, links have been sent out and it's not only by invites. If it were only by invites, once the meeting has started, you can just lock the meeting so that nobody else can enter. But since in our case, we send out open invites, we do not lock the meetings as such. Now, from the participants, the other things that you can do on the column there itself, like I said, I can rename the participant. I shared that with you. I can edit the profile itself. When I edit the profile, all that you need, that you need to do is if you have not yet placed your picture there, just go in there, click on edit profile. Edit profile. It will take you to the picture. It will take you to edit profile picture. From there, just select, the picture on the phone itself, at whichever location it is, and place that picture there. Now, when we place that picture there, instead of the alphabet that you were seeing, my picture comes up. So that's how you kind of add your picture there. Now, the virtual background. Okay, for the virtual background, there is an option at the video. When and just remember one thing: virtual background, I must share this because otherwise I'll be getting a lot of queries. Virtual background can be changed only in certain machines. You know, the older machines, like for example, if you're using a Windows 7, last that I'm aware of, it was not available for Windows 7. And at the same time, you know, certain Android, you know, numbers, I think it was, if I'm not mistaken, it was Android either 8 or 9. Below Android 8 or 9, you cannot change, you know, virtual backgrounds. So this is a feature that is there. It's still in the beta stage. Here they have some of the backgrounds are there, but personally speaking, it's not a very good experience. We have time. I will, you know, show that, you know, live. I will change my background and show that. The picture, the image in its own self, you know, the image of the host or whoever has put a virtual background behind him, it gets hazy, you know, and as you move, it tends to dissolve into the background itself. So you can use this, yes, while playing with kids and so on and so forth, because there are many functions that you can do from there. But really, for serious meetings, I would not advise that you do that. The option again is in the video thing, in the video icon, the arrow upwards. You can choose your virtual backgrounds from here itself. When you choose the virtual background, again, it comes to something like this opens up. And in the screen that you're seeing, you know, there is no background right now. The options are what are, you know, given below. In the sense, you know, there's a San Francisco Bridge, there's a seaside, and so on and so forth. You select one of them, and when you select one of them, it literally goes as your background here. Okay. So that is, you know, about the backgrounds. We will do this live. I will change my background live. And of course, there are a few, you know, Zoom etiquettes that I wish to share. Anybody not agreeing with the first one? I want to know. Anybody not agreeing with the first one? Please unmute your mics and let me know. Who doesn't agree with the first one? I think everybody agrees to the first one.
Yes, I agree. But if you're concentrating, then you can't keep smiling at the same time.
But you need to have a, you know, what they call it, you need to have a good face. Kind of a composure.
Yes.
And, you know, look the best. Smile means you got to look the best as such. You know. And of course, a smile goes a long way. I've always believed in that.
Of course.
But you're absolutely right that, you know, when you're concentrating, then of course, no playing around.
And don't yawn, as I've been doing.
Yes, I agree with you.
Well, this is the virtual world. अगर कहीं अगल बगल होते तो फिर परेशानी जरूर होती. अभी तो नहीं हो रही है. अच्छा. Okay. Of course, some good lighting and camera angle, in the sense, what happens besides, you know, your visibility, you know, if the lighting is not very good, or if it's at the wrong angle, it disturbs the others also, because mostly everybody has the camera on and they wish to see others also. So if the light is, say, coming from behind and it's a very sharp source, you would not be visible, but the light would be visible more and be a kind of a difference, hindrance there. Of course, backgrounds, audio settings, and if you're talking, face the camera. One of the things which I don't do, in the sense you're supposed to look into the camera. But normally it doesn't happen, because most of the time you're looking at, you know, you've reduced the size of the ribbon, of the participant ribbon, and you're trying to see what everybody's, you know, trying to guess that if things are right. So, but what they say is, you know, you should look into the camera. Of course, rehearse. If you're hosting, please do your technical support much in advance and rehearse, because timing is a key. Of course, any delay and distractions, all cell phones. If you're logging in from 2 devices, please use audio and video of only one device. Okay. Switch off, especially the audio, otherwise it will create that echo which will disturb everything. And if you are presenting, have your agenda and your share screen tabs in place, because otherwise you would be running around trying to find out where what you want to share. And of course, it's if you are inviting participants, just invite invite meeting participants. If you're doing something professional, just do it for limited to professionals and not to general public, because that sometimes does create a challenge. And if you're a host, like in normal meetings, you leave after everyone has left. Unfortunately, I don't do that because I'm bound by time. 11 o'clock means 11 o'clock for us. So these are some of the things that we do. And before what I would do now is I will choose a virtual background for myself and just show you. Okay, now I have something like this, and I go on to share it. Now, if you can see, there is a virtual background behind me. Okay. Now, if by any chance, if you're not at at one of the locations which where you don't want to show what is behind you, you can use built-in background also. And at the same time, what you can do is you can use images also. Now, if you would notice, I'm moving my hand, and when I'm moving my hand, at times the hand, just vanishes, or rather, one finger vanishes into the background, as if, instead of 5, I have 3 fingers or something of that sort. So this is a disadvantage. It's still in the beta stage. It's not yet, it's not yet fully developed. The other thing that you can use, I mean, this is all when playing with kids, okay, is you can use video filters. Okay, this again is there in the, where the video camera is, the camera location is, tab. There is an arrow upwards there. You just tap on that and it says choose video filters. It will give you various options. Okay. Now, what I do is I just choose one of them. And if you can see my screen, वो इतने सारे स्माइली के बीच में मैं बैठा हुआ हूँ. तो अब इसमें there are many there are various kinds that you can place in. Again, I can place a border there. Something comes up on the border. चश्मा लगाना है मेरे को, गर्मी बहुत हो रही है तो मैं एक चश्मा भी लगा लेता हूँ. ऐसे करके जो है थोड़ी धूप वूप कम हो जाएगी. फिर उसके बाद जो है वो अपना इसमें ऑप्शंस बहुत हैं. There are plenty of options there. अगर मेरे को टोपी लगानी है तो मैं टोपी भी लगा सकता हूँ. वो सिर पे टोपी लग जाएगी और थोड़ी दूर तक, जितनी दूर तक सिर हिलेगा उतनी दूर तक वो चलेगी. And Ravinder ji, you have shared your screen. क्योंकि मेरी स्क्रीन शेयरिंग ऑप्शन आती है. आपने स्क्रीन शेयरिंग ऑन की हुई है, उसको बंद करेंगे प्लीज. Thank you. So, now these are some of the functions, which are there. But like I said, ये जितने भी हैं, they are still in the, in the nascent stages. And nothing very, great about them. Yes, if you are playing around with kids, बच्चों के साथ खेल बार कर रहे हैं, तब वो उनके साथ तो ये ठीक है. But not for serious meetings. It's not very advisable. Baki aap, you can try them out. It's just my, opinion there. And one thing, just before we still have another 4 minutes, I'll just run through yes. Now this is basically for those who use the device, Android device. Okay. In the Android device, what we need to literally do is again, this is your sign in option. ये इस तरीके से आपकी विंडो दिखाई देती है जिसमें आप sign in करते हैं. And post that, of course, once you've signed in, ये आपकी meeting settings, this is the screen that comes up. Your settings are here. If you have scheduled meetings, it gets to meetings. जो आपके contacts हैं, you can check on the contacts from here. Now these are, है क्या कि ये जितने भी buttons हैं, they are all there in the bigger screen also. In the smaller screen, the what we call it, the location is different. Then, once, of course, this is something that you should always check, in the sense Zoom keeps on updating. Okay. So once it keeps on updating, there are various versions which come up. Keep a tab on, in the settings itself, go on to, the versions and check which version is there. Okay. Because if you have an older version of Zoom, there is a possibility कि वो कुछ नए features हो या नई speed हो, वो आपको नहीं मिले जो है. Then of course, once you start, like I said, place it in the horizontal position. Okay, don't place it vertically, because in the horizontal position, जो screen space है, वो ज़्यादा दिखती है. And of course, you have the audio, you have the video, the share options, the participants, और बाकी के जितने functions हैं, वो more में हैं. They are in the more area. Okay. Once, again, from, the mic, you can mute or unmute. You can stop your video out, and the share option is there. Then you have the zoom, ऊपर ये जो zoom लिखा है और जहाँ पे ये shield बनी हुई है, इसको जब आप tap करते हैं, sorry, तो नहीं, this is for this is for ये share की जो आपकी वो है, जो ये tab है. Once you hit on, the share tab, it will take you from where, which location do you want to share. Okay. And it's a long list लंबी होती है. You have to scroll down. Smartphone है, उसको scroll down करें. अब I just want to select, an image from a file. I just tap on that. And this is all smart functions. I get onto this image, which I want to share. The image is shared itself. Okay. Then, of course, the invite, again, from the participant section, you can invite by whatever options that I have, वो इसमें यहाँ पे आते हैं. Participants में, I can, ask all to unmute. I can send invites from here. From the participants list itself, once I tap there, I can, rename them. इसमें एक ही participant है इस समय, तो एक ही दिख रहा है. The others, again, जो more है, उसमें जब आप जाते हैं, तो you get, अब चूंकि ours is a paid account, I get the option of record. Recording functions हर एक में नहीं होती हैं, और Android करना, ये record करना is not possible also. Last that I read off. Post that, of course, जितनी भी security के functions थे, जो उसमें थे, वो यहाँ पे more में आते हैं. And, the chat is there. The meeting settings, अगर आपने कुछ करनी है, वो इसमें है. So explore the more options, to the hilt, because the functions which are not visible on the screen, they are there. And you know, of course, ये चूंकि मेरे हमारे पास तो रिकॉर्ड की ऑप्शन है, सेशन रिकॉर्डेड होता है, तो मैं ऑडियो से भी यहाँ से भी उसको ऑन ऑफ कर सकता हूँ. Of course, I can pause or stop you know, the thing there. Of course, when I you know, stop, it will give me the you know, these indications. Now, the security functions that are there. Once you click on security functions, आपने वर्चुअल बैकग्राउंड लगा के घूम रहे हो नूतन जी, मेरे को चिढ़ा रहे हो. अच्छा. अच्छा, from the security options you get all these you know, these things. And just remember one thing, you know, when we open these tabs, especially on a smaller screen, there comes a slight bit of a confusion somewhere कि अब हम इससे बाहर कैसे जाएं? How do we go out of it? So what you do is click on the close, जहां पे भी close दिखे. You know, if we see this screen here, पहले screen अगर आप देखें, security है, उसकी left side पे, you know, in that upper black area, जहां time लिखा है 8:45, of course in a very small print. तो ये close जो है ना, उसको जब आप close करते हैं, तो वो particular function close होती है, and you come back to where you started it. So ये एक point है which has been you know, I wanted to make very clear, क्योंकि कई बार अपने family members ने पूछा है कि भाई वो हम उससे बाहर कैसे आएं, तो वो पता चला पूरी की पूरी screen बंद कर देते हैं, then they are logged out. So don't log out, hit the close button wherever you know you can. Of course, this was again वो जो block participants, you can remove participants, जिसको आपने block कर दिया वो वापस meeting में नहीं आ सकता. Suspend participant activities. Then ये chat options हैं, you know, again I say when you're using chat, please close. ऊपर जो ये second picture में जो image में जो जहाँ arrow है, वो close कीजिए. Close the chat option. Don't go back from the phone controls. जो कि ये नीचे ये जो तीन वो होते हैं, triangle और एक square और एक horizontal lines. Don't go back from here. Close it. इसको आप बंद करें और exit close. With this you will exit chat. Okay. Then of course you know ये जो meeting settings हैं, उसमें you have all the options of the meeting settings that you want to make. Now we are talking of the zoom function that is there, जो zoom सबसे ऊपर जो बना दिखता है, and there is a drop down there. उसके लिए जब आप वो करते हैं, तो जो आपकी if meeting की जो control जो meeting ID वो आपको वहां से दिखाई दे जाती है. You can share this. अगर आप किसी को invite कर रहे हैं, यहाँ से copy करके आप इसको share कर सकते हैं, and they can you know join using that meeting ID. Now for speaking, अगर microphone आपने unmute किया हुआ है, तो there are or the host has muted you. अब हमारी meeting में तो बहुत सीधा होता है, लेकिन दूसरे उसमें क्या है कि you have to go back to the first, you know, the first frame itself, and from there you tap to speak, and you know, you just once you're done, you kind of close that. हाँ जी नूतन जी.
सर मैंने देखा आपने जो जहाँ पर ये म्यूट अनम्यूट एंड नेक्स्ट इज स्टॉप वीडियो, उसमें जब आपने अपना फोन पर क्लिक किया था, so उसमें तीन ऑप्शंस थे, एक USB डिवाइस वीडियो कुछ था. So what's that? Means you can attach something or what?
वो मैं जब तीसरा वाला सेशन करूंगा ना, Zoom Advanced 2,
okay,
आप उसमें देखिएगा, I will be using all those functions.
Okay,
I'm
so
going to be doing
it.
ये तो मैं नहीं जानता, ये तो आपको फिर वेबसाइट पे कौन आएगा देखने के लिए, अगर मैं ही सब कुछ बता दूं.
I go on seeing, but I thought if it is in near future, I'll be more than happy.
नहीं, अभी होगा, ये इसी महीने होगा. It will be.
Thank you so much. And sir, I'll say bye-bye to everyone because I need to join the next meeting. It is already started.
Thank you.
राजू, मेरे को कुछ क्वेश्चन पूछना है. मैं
हाँ जी. हाँ जी,
ये जैसे आप मीटिंग कंडक्ट कर रहे हैं तो आपके बोलते बोलते स्क्रीन पे किसी दूसरे की फोटो आ जाती है, तो वो कैसे जूम पिक करता है? एट रैंडम करता है या क्या होता है उसमें?
वो आपकी जो सेटिंग है जो है
जी
वो उस पे
जी।
डिपेंड करता है कि आपने जो इसकी जो सेटिंग है वो किस तरीके से की है। स्पीकर व्यू में
अच्छा
किया है कि आपने उसको ग्रिड व्यू में किया है, उससे वो डिटरमिन होता है।
अच्छा जी। अच्छा, दूसरा मैं ये पूछ रहा था
ये
कि जैसे हम एक मीटिंग शेड्यूल करते हैं एडवांस में, जैसे शाम के 6 बजे की मैं मीटिंग कर रहा हूँ,
हाँ जी,
तो उसमें मेरा अनपेड है और वो मेरे से पूछता है कि इतने से लेके इतने तक, मतलब जैसे 1 घंटे की या 45 मिनट्स की मीटिंग शेड्यूल हो गई,
हाँ जी,
उसके बाद ये ऑटोमेटिकली कट जाता है।
बिल्कुल।
यदि मैं मीटिंग शेड्यूल नहीं करता, मैं स्ट्रेट वे मीटिंग स्टार्ट करता हूं, तो वो मुझे 1 घंटे से भी ज्यादा टाइम मिल जाता है, शायद वो कटता ही नहीं है।
कई बार इनकी प्रमोशनल स्कीम्स होती हैं। मैं आपको
अच्छा जी।
बताऊं, कई बार उनके प्रमोशनल स्कीम्स होती हैं जिसमें कि वो चलता रहता है, लेकिन ये हर बार
अच्छा
का
जी।
वो हिसाब नहीं होगा। मतलब वो किसी न किसी टाइम पे वो मीटिंग सस्पेंड हो जाती है।
अच्छा जी, लेकिन इसमें टाइम काफी फालतू मिल जाता है।
हाँ हाँ हाँ। हो सकता है कोई स्कीम चल रही हो, तो मैं कह नहीं सकता। रवि जी। यस
ठीक है जी,
मीना, यू
ठीक है।
वांटेड टू से
थैंक यू।
समथिंग?
Yeah, I just
I have
wanted
a
to
doubt.
ask you, just now you said, the other screen coming. Now, I don't know what I pressed. Suddenly, I found my face on the screen and yours was on the top. So, where
Yes.
exactly is that controlled from?
What are you using? Are you on a device?
No, I told you, I use my desktop.
Yes. So on the desktop, now what is the challenge that you are facing?
No, suddenly, I don't know, I must
Huh.
have pressed something. Instead of your, face in the middle, where,
Huh.
like you're talking, mine came
Huh.
there on the screen. Now, I don't want
Okay.
mine there. I wanted,
Now, what you need to do is, where the image is coming, there will be a bar at the top.
at the top.
No, there
No,
is a
there is
bar.
only, which, no, I'm not understanding, sorry.
Okay. What you do is,
You see, I finally did it myself, just figuring it out. There was something called pin and unpin. And I
yes.
unpinned myself and then you were back again.
Yeah. Well, that's what, you need to, like, most of there are two areas that you need to kind of literally go into. Now, this pin and unpin and spotlight is something that we cover in the third session,
Okay.
The advanced two.
Okay. Well, in any case, then I figured it out and I unpinned myself and then you were
Good.
back again. But I have to just keep figuring it out, what have I done, what have I not done.
That's
Find
the
out.
best way, Nina. That's the best way. You see, when you make a mistake and when when you get back, the thrill that you get and, the remembrance that comes over is great. Then you will always remember now that, if I do pin, this is what is going to happen. So
thank you.
That's
Thank you very much, because I'm frankly, I'm an uneducated.
No, you're not.
Absolutely, everything I'm doing is just figuring it out, trying to figure it out. But
that's the best way, especially as far as software and technology is concerned. That's the best way. Figure out, and whatever you figure out, whatever we have shared during the session, just look at that and kind of take it up.
Thank you very much. Thank you. It's been very interesting.
Sure.
At least I've learned some things.
I have one doubt. I
Hanji.
have one doubt. See, just now I logged into my laptop, and the profile,
Yes.
in the profile it is given sign-in password, host key. Host key means what is the host key? Host key, some number is there, then hide. The host key means who?
No, sorry, I didn't follow your question from the beginning, Vasanta. If you could.
I opened this Zoom on laptop.
Yes.
I logged in and my profile, I went to the profile. The profile
Yes.
they give a sign-in password, then host key. What is the host key?
No, host key in the sense, have you logged into the program, into this program itself?
No, I only put join a meeting, But this link
Yes.
and all, I have not done anything. Join a
Yeah,
meeting,
when you-
automatically the 143094 host key is come. There's a hide.
Yeah, if you are joining a meeting, then they will ask for the meeting ID.
Then here it is host key. That is why. What is that host key?
I'll put that in the notes. I will just try that
Yes.
and
From
put that.
yesterday, I've been trying it. I
Huh.
log in and then my profile, I go, they write host key 143094 hide. I'm getting in my laptop. So today
I
I
will
did not
just-
want to.
I'll put that in the notes. Vasanta, we are running out of time. I'll put that in the notes today. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Sure.
Raju, one thing
Uh,
more. In
Hanji.
settings section, it is written show my video in gallery view. What is gallery view?
That is, those are settings, but it's
Yeah.
a setting that I cannot explain to you. In the sense that when
Okay.
you are in a meeting, explore that. It'll be a strip that comes up.
Okay. Okay. Right.
Okay.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Your
Is it
session was very
gallery view?
informative. Thanks a lot
Gallery
for
view,
this
isn't
session.
it all the photos of participants on the top?
Yes.
Each person who is attending, I mean, I can see photographs of Vasanta, Ravi Palta. Now, these people have not
Yeah.
put their photographs up. So obviously, well, now I can see Mr. Animesh Sinha. So that is the gallery, isn't it?
That's right.
Okay, thank you.
Welcome. Okay, then thank you, everybody. Hope to see you all in some of the other sessions very soon. Have a great
Anything
day.
on Microsoft Teams?
Microsoft Teams not yet planned, but I'll be doing on no Microsoft Teams. Yes,
Yes.
it is planned in this month itself.
Yeah, because I have been taking classes number of times on Microsoft Teams, but I'm just whatever is coming, I'm taking the class. I'd like to go through it formally.
There are 2 sessions we have planned on Teams.
Great. I'd like to attend them.
Sure. Thanks,
Thank
Atan.
you very much for an interesting meeting.
Thanks, Atan, Meena. Thanks for your patience. Bye-bye. Bye.
Thanks a lot. Very nice, informative session.
Thank you, Raviji. Really appreciate you taking time out. And